Beauty is no quality in things themselves. It exists merely in the mind which contemplates them, and each mind perceives a different beauty. Generally speaking, the errors in religion are dangerous, those in philosophy only ridiculous. No man ever threw away life while it was worth keeping. In our reasonings concerning matter of fact, there are all imaginable degrees of assurance, from the highest certainty to the lowest species of moral evidence. A wise man, therefore, proportions his belief to the evidence. Reason is, and ought only to be, the slave of the passions. Reading and sauntering and lounging and dosing, which I call thinking, is my supreme happiness. Be a philosopher, but amidst all your philosophy, be still a man. The truth springs from arguments amongst friends. He is happy whose circumstances suit his temper, but he is more excellent who can suit his temper to a circumstance. When men are most sure and arrogant, they are commonly most mistaken, giving views to passion without that proper deliberation which alone can secure them from the grossest absurdities. It is an absurdity to believe that the deity has human passions, and one of the lowest of human passions, a restless appetite for applause. Reason is, and ought only to be, the slave of the passions, and can never pretend to any other office than to serve and obey them. Liberty of any kind is never lost all at once. Beauty in things exists in the mind which contemplates them. A wise man apportions his beliefs to the evidence. The sweetest and most inoffensive path of life leads through the avenues of science and learning, and whoever can either remove any obstructions in this way or open up any new prospect ought so far to be esteemed a benefactor to mankind. The identity that we ascribe to things is only a fictitious one, established by the mind, not a peculiar nature belonging to what we're talking about. Heaven and hell suppose two distinct species of men, the good and the bad, but the greatest part of mankind float betwixt vice and virtue. Any pride or haughtiness is displeasing to us, merely because it shocks our own pride and leads us by sympathy into comparison, which causes the disagreeable passion of humility. Indulge your passion for science, but let your science be human, and such as may have a direct reference to action and society. Be a philosopher, but amidst all your philosophy, be still a man. To be a philosophical skeptic is the first and most essential step towards being a sound, believing Christian. To philosopher and historian, the madness and imbecile wickedness of mankind ought to appear ordinary events. It is seldom that liberty of any kind is lost all at once. It is possible for the same thing both to be and not to be. The feelings of our heart, the agitation of our passions, the vehemence of our affections, dissipate all its conclusions and reduce the profound philosopher to a mere plebeian. All that belongs to human understanding in this deep ignorance and obscurity is to be skeptical, or at least cautious, and not to admit of any hypothesis whatsoever, much less of any which is supported by no appearance of probability. A purpose, an intention, a design, strikes everywhere, even the careless, the most stupid thinker. Men's views of things are the result of their understanding alone. Their conduct is regulated by their understanding, their temper, and their passions. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss new videos. And feel free to share it with your loved ones. Everyone deserves to watch great content.